states license contractors, but Kansas and Missouri do not. And at least one Joplin official thinks having some sort of statewide licensing system could have helped homeowners rebuild.
That is a monster tornado.
We made it to the basement about 2 minutes before the tornado hit.
Sounded like a train going over you. You started hearing brick falling on the floor above you. Your ears were constantly popping, was like pop, pop, pop.
In just minutes, Amy and Larry Jump and their 3 boys lost their home.
We had no clue whenever we came out of the basement that everything would just be gone.
But they didn't lose their perspective.
Out of all of it, though, I mean, we were more fortunate than so many people. I mean, we all walked out without a scratch. Even my dog lived. We had insurance. I mean, I still have my job because it wasn't affected. I mean, yeah, we were so much better off than so many people.
The charity Relief Spark contacted the Jumps to help them rebuild. The Los Angeles charity was started to help victims of natural disasters. After the tornado hit Joplin, the organization expanded to include helping people rebuild their homes. The director told us over the phone the charity isn't operating anymore because of her experience in Joplin. But she did confirm she put the Jumps in contact with a man in California who was both a contractor and architect and said he specialized in green, energy efficient homes.
The electric company was going to pay us each month, according, to the architect.
The contractor was supposed to finish the Jumps' home by Thanksgiving of 2011, but with the foundation of the home poured, a few walls up, and almost $80,000 sunk into the project, construction came to a halt.
Around December, there wasn't really anything happening with the house.
Neither the remaining materials nor the workers needed to rebuild ever showed up. We reached out to the contractor, but never heard back.
Yeah, this was a totally second disaster.
While the Jumps say their contractor walked off the job completely, others in Joplin have had contractors finish their homes, only with shoddy workmanship. Home inspector Mark Adams says he's seen an increase in problems, all in newly rebuilt homes.
Been more concentrated and a lot more of it just because of the number of building that's occurred after the tornado.
Adams showed the 41 Action News investigators hundreds of pictures of shoddy workmanship he's inspected.
Water, moisture, mildew, mold, and fungus are another item.
Since the tornado, Adams has found problems involving a number of contractors, problems with roofing, electric boxes, mold, even issues with support beams threatening the very structure of the home.
Have you seen things that are dangerous?
Gas, electrics, and fireplace issues.
Many of the problems you see here violated Joplin's city code, but city code director Steve Cope says many of the homeowners' issues with builders did not.
Now, the building code is truly nothing more than the minimum standards for health and safety. That does not apply to the finishes, the quality of workmanship that people expect or want.
Neither the state of Missouri nor the state of Kansas have a statewide building code or contractor license. Each city and county makes its own rules, meaning contractors have to apply in each place before they can work. Joplin City Code Director Steve Cope said he had to bring in extra people to help him quickly process licenses, which require contractors to be licensed, bonded, and insured before they work within the city limits.
There are many times when I would have just been so happy to just take the guy's state card and say, yep, okay, we'll get you set up. But unfortunately, we do not have that here in the state of Missouri yet.
And so you had to individually
Each one? Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
A lot of work.
Oh, it is.
Even then, homeowners would have had to call City Hall to make sure their contractor was licensed, and some contractors started work before the city could finish processing their license. 41 Action News investigators have learned the Jumps contractor from California didn't have a valid license in California. Thanks to help from volunteers, the Jumps have been able to finish and move back into their home.
It's kind of weird, getting used to it because it's so different than our house before in the same spot.
But the family would also like to see more done to stop shoddy construction.
We're making sure that their licenses are current, that they don't have like a bunch of bad marks on them or whatnot. I mean, I think that's a biggie. That's probably the biggest thing that can be done.
And since Kansas and Missouri don't license contractor, as a homeowner, what do you do? Well, first, Check with the city and county to see if they license contractors, and then check with the Home Builders Association. They can tell you who is bonded and insured and has met their standards since it's a professional organization. And even then, get 3 different estimates. Check references, go see their construction, and check court records to see if the contractor has ever been sued. Get everything you want spelled out in a contract, and consider consulting a home inspector for a second opinion on the workmanship. I'm investigator Melissa Yeager, 41 Action News.